First, welcome to Transform Your Life in 15 Minutes. This is where we're going to be doing 5-minute exercises, one each for the mind, the body, and the soul. And the purpose of this is to make sure that you're giving you an opportunity to be successful so that you're working out all three parts of your whole body, your whole self, your whole individual self. So my name is McAdams. I am an author. I'm also an accounting professor and a certified coach. I specialize in personal and small business finance and also fitness. I help people reach their goals in those areas. All right, so again, I'm so excited about today because I've been announcing that today I'm going to be reading from my book, and it's called Your Body, the Perfect House. How to find your true purpose and live a balanced life. So I'm really excited to be reading from my book for you for this whole month of June. And we're also going to be doing new 5-minute yoga exercises and 5-minute guided meditations. And again, the purpose is just to kind of show you that it just takes little small baby steps for you to make a difference. It's not, don't think of like the big picture. I like to use the analogy of eating the elephant. How do you eat an elephant? It's just one bite at a time. So how do you work on yourself? It's just little small increments at a time, but they over time they will add up. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here. So I mentioned that my book is in the process of working with a publisher, and so we're in the process of finalizing everything as far as the really solidifying the title. Because I wrote this book like 3 years ago. I've been saying 2 years ago, but then when I actually looked at the date on the manuscript, it was actually dated in 2014. So it'll actually be 3 years this upcoming July. So next month it'll be 3 years ago that I wrote this book. But anyway, so it's still not going to be published until later on this year. So I promise you, the download, the book will be available. But right now, at least I get an opportunity to read from it for you. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to go to the introduction. Okay, so before I get started, let me just kind of tell you what this book is about, and you'll understand when I read the introduction stuff. But let me just kind of give you a segue into my reading. The book is an analogy about a house. So you know how the house have different rooms. You have the kitchen, the living room, so on and so forth, right? Well, it's an analogy of your house being your body. So there's 5 areas in your house, and what I do is I make an analogy between the rooms of the house and the areas of your life. Okay, like for instance, if you saw the table of contents that I posted out, the living room is going to be indicative of your financial area. The kitchen is going to be indicative of your physical area. There's 2 bathrooms, and so the 2 bathrooms are the left brain and the right brain, which comprise of your emotional area of your life. And then there's 2 bedrooms. So the 2 bedrooms are the relationship, your relationship with yourself, your spouse, and also your relationship with others. And then there's an office. And the office is indicative of your spirituality. And how this whole premise came about is growing up, and this was something way before I wrote this book. Growing up, I used to equate how my life was going by how the condition of my house was. So if, like for instance, if I felt my house was clean, then I felt my life was clean. If my house was a total disaster area, then it appeared that my life was a total disaster area. So fast forward to years later when I wrote the book, that's how the premise of the book came about. All right, so let's go to the introduction. It says, perfection is a hollow concept in our society, but who among us truly understands its meaning? How does one define perfection? One could argue that every person fits perfectly into his or own mold with the context of his or own place in society. What then explains the consistent and persistent sense of discontentment that many people experience? The answer is simple. Most people do not know who they are or understand how to find their purpose in life. Unless one achieves a reasonable level of self-awareness, a lasting sense of contentment is unlikely. And this is in spite of any external accomplishments. The purpose of this book is to help you identify your purpose by creating balance in your life. By giving each of the 5 areas in your life the proper attention, you will be able to identify your purpose. It is only when, I forgot to start my timer. It is only when one or more of your areas are out of balance that we feel overwhelmed, overly stressed, depressed, and seemingly appear without focus. Your house is a good indicator of what is going on the inside as well as the outside of you as a person. If your home is not in order or is very untidy, negative vibes can result that would naturally cause disadvantages in your life. Outwardly, you will appear disorganized, Likewise, if your house is clean and organized, you will get positive vibes that naturally provide advantages to your life, and you will appear as a well put together individual. Therefore, try to keep your home clean so positive energy can flow. It will pave the way to happiness and success. And in this state is that you will be able to identify your purpose. This book will not only help you get your house in order, but it will also help you get your life in order so that you can find your purpose. The 5 main areas that will be addressed in this book include financial, spiritual, relationship, mental health, and physical well-being. By defining these areas of importance, you create an awareness of what matters to you. If you focus on all of these areas, huge steps will be taken towards achieving a balanced life. The balance will empower you because there will not be a specific area dragging you down. Creating balance in your life is one of the most important goals to reach in life. You will be in harmony, happier, and psychological resilient. This will help you maintain motivation and enthusiasm when life hits you. More importantly, by achieving balance, you are more likely to find meaning and purpose in your life. All right, so let's go on to chapter 1. This is the neighborhood. From the outside, the house looked like a beautiful structure. Although located in a pristine neighborhood full of manicured lawns and custom window treatments, this house was special. Special in a way that a white rose stands out in a field of red. In order to get to the house, you had to drive down a winding road in a suburban area in the outskirts of North County, San Diego. If you're not familiar with the road or the area, you will miss the interest in the neighborhood because the sign announcing its presence is situated just a little back from the road. The sign is about 5 feet high and approximately 20 feet wide. There are various tropical plants, flowers, and a few palm trees that surround the sign. There's also an illuminating light that alerts others to its presence in the dark. The sign reads, Verona Hills. The road leading into the neighborhood is tiled, and upon inspection, you will notice that it is not a roadway, but a bridge of some sort. The stucco posts that line each of the bridge are the only giveaway. Each side of the bridge are the only giveaway. Once you make a right just in the front of the sign, you are greeted by a sentry post that is never manned. However, there is an automatic structure that will allow you to enter the neighborhood if you have the right code, one that changes quarterly. Those who permanently reside inside these massive posts are given a small box that, once pressed, will allow entry. Now, after the mechanical box announces access is granted, the iron entry opens slowly to reveal what's inside. Your eyes are amazed at the beauty of the neighborhood, but you're just not sure what to focus on first. Is it driving down the centered line with very tall palm trees that extend all the way through the neighborhood, or the houses that are situated at what appears to be angled in an inviting way? Perhaps it's the manicured landscaping or even the cleanliness of it all. Whatever it is, you will come to the conclusion that you are happy to be there. Now, immediately on the right is a structure that is known as the community center. It is a white building that has a large stucco tiles on top. Manicured bushes and trellis filled with bougainvillea surround the building. There are also birds of paradise that lined up around the concrete walkway leading towards the building. Located just outside the building on the right-hand side is another structured area that houses several tiny boxes. Each requires a key to gain entry. The small area is also covered with orange stucco tiles, and it has lights in the ceiling so that the area can be seen in the dark. Okay, so that concludes our reading for today. All right, and again, we talked about the introduction, and then also we went over starting chapter 1. And as we continue on making our way to the house, we will find a little bit more and then also find out what it all means. All right, so let's move on now. Let me think what I'm supposed to be doing. Let's move on now to the yoga session. Now, with the yoga session, there are going to be some time. I'm going to be walking you through the routine. So I would like your feedback. Again, I inquired before, and you alerted me that you were able to hear me with the yoga. But if there comes a time where you're not able to hear me and I need to make adjustments, then please let me know. And then immediately following the yoga, we're going to go into a 5-minute guided meditation. Okay, so just remember that all of these things are, particularly the yoga and the meditation, it's a practice. So I want you to make sure that you join with me. Okay. Now, just to get started, I'm going to tell you what we're going to be doing because I'm going to have my head down and you may not hear me. So we're going to actually start off in a child's pose, and we're going to take 3 deep breaths. So if you just joined me, welcome. And by the way, I don't think I got an opportunity to welcome you. So if I didn't, because I don't recall that I did, I do want to welcome you to watching me live and or watching the recording. I do appreciate that you're here. So I want to welcome you to this Transform Your Life. And this is a daily broadcast that I do. Again, it's to help us become transformed so that we become successful human beings in life. All right, so go ahead and join me in the yoga. So we're going to be starting with the child's pose. And then again, immediately after yoga, I'm going to go right into the guided meditation. Let's find my first top. All right, so again, we're going to be starting in child's pose, and we're going to take 3 deep breaths. Just kind of relax your body. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. On your next inhale, come up to the tabletop position where your palms are directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are directly beneath your hips. And as you exhale, kind of round to your spine, tuck your tailbone under and drop your chin down to your chest. And as you inhale, your head and chest comes forward and you're going to arch your spine. Again, as you inhale, tuck the tailbone under, round through your spine. And as you exhale, head and chest comes forward. One more time, inhale, round through the exhale, round through the spine. This is on the inhale. And this time as you exhale, curl your toes under and take it to downward facing dog. All right, since this is your first time with downward facing dog, for this day, just go ahead and kind of pedal your legs and just get comfortable in this position. Come up on your toes and release down. Continue pedaling your legs. Drawing your chest toward your thighs and your knees. Just do what feels comfortable to you. Again, come up on your toes and release all the way down to your heels. All right, now on your next exhale, go ahead and take your left foot forward and take it up to high lunge. Take a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, curl that right leg in and take it to warrior. So warrior 2 position. Stay here for 3 deep breaths. Inhaling deeply through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Take a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, kind of reverse the warrior. Place your hand on that right leg. And as you exhale, bring the body forward. Placing that right arm, your left arm on the thigh, and your right arm comes up and over. Pressing the hips down toward the mat. Taking a nice deep breath here. And as you exhale, go ahead and place both palms back down to the mat and take it back to downward facing dog. Again, get yourself comfortable in this position. The downward facing dog is a resting position. So pedal your legs, come up on your toes. Just kind of sway your body back and forward. Just do what feels comfortable to you. Deep breath. And then on the exhale, bring that right foot forward. And again, take it up to the high lunge. Relax your shoulder, your head's in line with your biceps. Pressing the hips down to the floor. And as you exhale, rotate that left foot in. Take the arms out to the side, and we're in Warrior Two, which we're going to hold for 3 deep breaths. Relax your shoulders, draw those shoulder blades together. Breathing. And on your next exhale, kind of reverse the warrior. Placing that hand down the back leg. And on the next breath, bring the body forward. Arm just above the knee. Opposite arm extends out. Now your head can look forward, can look up, or can look down. And on the next breath, go ahead and place both palms down to the mat. Oh, my socket's going up. And go ahead and take it back to downward facing dog. Again, just kind of pedal your legs. And then slowly walk your legs in toward your hands. Keep your knees bent, just kind of forward fold here so that your palms are able to touch the floor, the mat. And continue to breathe. Now slowly round your body up, taking it one vertebrae at a time. Rotate your shoulders back. All right, and then take a nice deep breath, take the arms overhead. And as you exhale, dive the body forward. Placing the palms flat. And then walk your legs out so that you're in a nice squatted position. Using your elbows to press out on your thighs, bring the palms together. Take a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, just kind of lower your head down and continue breathing. And then go ahead and release. Take it to a seated position. And come forward to a nice comfortable position. Cross-legged position. Arms are down by your side. Taking a deep breath, inhaling. Greet the palms together at the very top. Exhale down through the center. And namaste. All right, so this brings us to our meditation. One second here. Take a nice deep breath. Just kind of feel where your body is as we're going to do some connectivity with our muscles and relax your mind. Just feel where your breath is. Just notice it. Not making any judgments. Just maybe close your eyes. Try to clear your mind. And take a nice deep breath. Inhaling through your nose. And exhaling. All right, let's start off with our feet. Go ahead and squeeze your feet together. Really squeeze it as you inhale. Hold it real tight. Just feel the tightness in the muscle. And then exhale, release it. Feel how good it feels. We use our feet. They're taxed a lot. So it's good to notice the difference between the tightness and the looseness of our feet. All right, moving our way up to the thighs. As you inhale, go ahead and squeeze your thighs. Squeeze all the muscles in your thighs. Bring those legs together. Squeeze it really tight and hold it. And then release. Just let the thighs fall apart. Just feel how good it feels to release the muscles. Notice connectivity and the other muscles in your legs, your hip socket, even your lower back as you release those thighs. Continue breathing. Nice deep breath. Inhale into your nose. And exhale into your mouth. Now moving on to the gluteals. Go ahead and squeeze those butt muscles together. Squeeze them really, really tight. Just like focus on bringing those sit bones in together. Squeeze and hold. And then release and relax. Again, feel and marinate in the looseness of those muscles. Feel the connectivity of how it feels in your legs and your lower back. And just continue to breathe. All right, moving our way up to our arms, go ahead and make like a soft fist. And as you inhale, go ahead and bring those arms up. And just really squeeze all the muscles in your arms. Feel the tightness in the biceps. Feel the tightness in the chest and in the shoulders. And just kind of squeeze and hold. And then as you exhale, release. Open up your hands. Elongate and lengthen those arms. Relax and breathe. Moving up to the shoulders. On the next inhale, go ahead and bring those shoulders all the way up to the ears. It doesn't take that much. Just squeeze it. Feel the tightness in the shoulders, in the upper back. Just kind of hold it. And then exhale, release. Feel how good that feels. Notice that your neck tends to lengthen. Continue breathing, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Right, now go ahead and clench your teeth. Just bring those teeth together, feel those molars tighten together, feel the tightness in your jaws as it goes all the way up to your ears. Just really squeeze and hold. And then release. Again, just feel the muscles relax. Look all the tension just melt away from your body. Now close your eyes and just squeeze them really, really tight. Like just squeeze those eyeballs together. Squeeze your nose, squeeze those cheeks. Just bring all the tension. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then release. Just let all the tension melt away from your body. Feel the connectivity of all the muscles. Feel the goodness of how it feels of just releasing all the tension in your body. Continue breathing, taking a nice deep breath, inhaling through your nose. And exhale. Do it again, take a nice deep breath, inhaling. And exhale. One more time, take a nice deep breath, inhaling through your nose, and exhale. All right, go ahead and release, relax, and return refreshed and calm. You've done something good for yourself today. Okay, so that concludes today's Transform Your Life in 15 Minutes. It's been my pleasure. Again, thank you for joining me. And you know what? I forgot to check what the word of the day is, but just look in the post and I'll put it in the, maybe put it in the comments because I did forget to check what it was. But I want to remind you again, for those of you that have been following me and listening to the broadcast, don't forget your habit, the 21 days where we're changing the way that we do little small things, such as putting on your shoes or your socks, the opposite leg at a time. So I want to continue to do that because remember, if you miss just one day, you got to start all over again, okay? All right, so I will see you again tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.